This is the first single I ever bought. It's The Trooper by Iron Maiden, and as such, this song has a very special place in my heart. So when, during a recent visit to Mega Plaza, I saw this figure for sale, I knew I just had to grab it. Now, it is made by Neca, so stay tuned and we will find out if I have another broken Neca figure or if this trooper is a real super trooper. Welcome back. Now I am holding the very first single I ever bought, and those of you with a keen eye may notice that it has been signed to me by Nicko McBrain, so stay tuned to the end of this video and I will share a rather humorous story with you regarding the circumstances of me getting this signed. But we're here to talk about this Neca Iron Maiden Trooper Eddie figure. Now, when I was at Mega Plaza, I was just looking around and I saw this. I thought, my God, that's Iron Maiden. Now, I didn't realize at the time it was made by Neca. Now, I am hoping that with being in a rather hot country, I won't have the normal Neca problems where the limbs snap off when you try to move the figure. Now, the packaging is pretty cool, nice window box. It does mention this 40th anniversary, so I guess this came out last year. At first glances, it looks a pretty decent figure, but until we get it opened up, we can't really give it a full review. So let's go ahead and take a much closer look at this figure from Neca. So here we are with a closer look at the Trooper Eddie. And as I said in the beginning, this is a really nice looking package. We have a clip from the single cover there, the Trooper, and it is telling us it's the 40th anniversary of that song, which I just cannot believe that song is now 40 years old. Nice window. By the looks of it, we get the sword and the Union Jack flag. On the side, we have just telling us it's the Trooper, and there's Eddie's 666 designation. The back, a picture of the figure in action, although he's not copying the pose of the singles cover, but we can live with that. Just says here, Eddie, Iron Maiden's legendary mascot, has always adorned their album and single covers. This version of Eddie is based on the artwork from the Trooper single released in June of 1983. So there you go. Just over 41 years since I bought that single. And again, same on this side. So let's go ahead, we'll get him out of the package and we'll see if I can pose this figure without the legs or arms breaking off. Okay, so before we get to the figure, I just want to comment on this inlay tray. This is a really nice bit of artwork, which is the cover of the Trooper minus Eddie. So if you are going to display this, this will make a rather nice backdrop, as you can see right here. And there, of course, is Derek Riggs' signature that when we were in high school, we thought it was some kind of secret Iron Maiden symbol. But onto the figure. Now, this is a massive letdown. Let me explain. The figure itself has been done rather well, but there is one glaring issue, and I will give you 3 seconds to see if you can tell what that issue is. 3, 2, 1. As you can see right here from a look at the single cover, his right hand is the arm, or the right arm is the one with the ripped sleeve, and it's holding the sword. The other sleeve, which is fully intact, is holding the Union Jack flag. Now, it's been sculpted in such a way that you can only put the flag into the right hand and you can only put the sword into the left hand. How this got past quality control, I have no idea. It is such a glaring error to make, and it really lets the whole thing down, because otherwise it's been done rather well. Now, I should mention that I am lucky to be in a hot country, so I have had no issues with posing the figure. Everything moves with absolute ease. There are no stiffness to the joints. There's no danger of this breaking off, but I'm finding it hard to look past this right hand, left hand mix-up. With that said, overall, it is a really nice figure, and it's been done whereby obviously we have the ripped sleeve here, but there's been a bit of weathering. to show that it has been involved in battle. We do have a sheath for the sword. Now, given that it took me a lot of effort to get this sword into his hand, and even with the hot weather, I was a little bit worried about the fingers snapping, but I'm sure if you so wish, you can put the sword into its sheath. Nice sort of beaten up backpack there. Everything has been done really well. We even have the 666 designation on his shoulders there, and it is on both shoulders. His spats are looking rather filthy, but I guess they should be, given that he has been in battle. Good articulation on the feet. Now, I question whether or not you can do an accurate single cover pose, simply because there are no foot pegs, so you may need the help of a figure stand, but we can sort of get one leg like this. We can get this one almost going back the way. I think you might end up ripping his pants if you try too hard. So in other words, you're going to pretty much have this posed in a standing position, which is perfectly okay for an action figure. I mean, this for me is an absolute bonus to get an Iron Maiden figure like this. So I'm not going to be too critical on the fact that you can't do his pose exactly as the album cover, but all in all, it's been pretty well done. Obviously, the way it's been made, you can see this glaring difference in the texture of the head compared with this very smooth neck, but once it's looking forward, that's not really a problem at all. I am just having such a hard time looking beyond the fact that they mixed the hands up. Someone has sculpted this, someone has approved this, and someone has approved the packaging, and yet they've got it completely mixed up. Even the box does show the Union Jack being in the left hand. So someone somewhere has not been paying attention, and it does detract ever so slightly. Some might say it's nitpicking, but to me, you cannot recreate the cover of the single accurately when the hands have been switched around. So all in all, it's taken the shine off things a bit, but overall, it is a pretty good looking figure. So there you go, the Trooper Eddie from NECA, an otherwise pretty good figure which has been ruined by a really, really poor bit of attention to detail. How they got this wrong on so many levels, I have no idea, but all in all, I'm still happy with the figure, but my God, how hard would it have been to get the hands sculpted correctly? Now, to kind of lighten the mood here, let's have a bit of a fun story. Now, as I said in the beginning, this is my original Trooper single that was signed by Nicko McBrain from Iron Maiden. Now, the way that came about was, back in 1993, Nicko McBrain went on a tour of the UK doing a drum clinic whereby he would basically give you a drum lesson type thing and play a few cover songs, a few Iron Maiden songs with some other band members, not Iron Maiden band members, by the way. And I went there with my good friend Derek, who coincidentally has a YouTube channel. So if you don't mind, please go over and subscribe to his channel. It's for the band I used to be in. And they have just released a really amazing cover of Megadeth's Symphony of Destruction. So link in the description, please do subscribe to his channel. So Derek and I went there, and after the sort of drum clinic was over, we got a meet and greet. And at the time, I was playing drums, and I was a big fan of Zildjian cymbals. And as you may or may not know, Nicko McBrain has been with the Paiste cymbal company since the dawn of time. And after he signed my single, I think I got a poster signed, I got my ticket signed, I was standing there wearing a Zildjian cymbals jacket, and I said to him, would you mind signing my jacket? And I think he said words to the effect of, oh hell no, I ain't signing that. I said, oh come on please. He went, all right. So he signed his name on one of the sleeves and then wrote in big bold capital letters, bollocks, with an arrow pointing to the Zildjian logo. And of course that was a source of much hilarity for everyone there. And I kind of found the funny side of it. So I was wearing this jacket for about a month or so, and then Derek and I went to see Status Quo through in Glasgow, and of course we had standing tickets down the front. And literally after the first Status Quo song, because everyone was so packed in there tightly, jumping up and down, my whole Nicko McBrain signature and bollocks got rubbed off after 4 minutes. So that was the end of that, but it was rather amusing at the time. And furthermore, I did have that jacket in high school, and because Zildjian are a Turkish cymbal company, on the back of the jacket was all this gold embroidery with the Zildjian logo, a bunch of Turkish. And for a few weeks in high school, I was accused of advertising a Turkish restaurant. So there you go. So there was the Neca Iron Maiden Trooper Eddie figure, an otherwise good figure which has been ruined by incredibly bad attention to detail, which quite frankly is unforgivable. So please do let me know what you thought of this in the comments. Are you a fan of Iron Maiden? Are you a fan of Neca? Please also do let me know. But as always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.